Hello, everyone, and welcome to our How They Do That Live November edition. So, in today's webinar, we have an exciting topic to share with all of you. I know you're all super interested in this particular topic as it's involving on a daily basis. You've probably all seen um, bits and pieces in some of our EdTech tools that you may use on a daily basis. So um, we are going to be discussing today a few features of AI that we have built in our EdTech tools about artificial intelligence. So super exciting. Before we dive into the topic, I want to just, well, actually, let's go ahead and talk about what we're going to be looking at here today. I'll go through some of our rules here for our webinar, and then Alexander will share what quizzes has in store for us for AI, and then I'll go ahead and talk about Edpuzzle. Brandon will then share about Canva Magic, and Matthew will um, end our session with some Magic School. So that's going to be a lot of fun and excitement for all of you. Let's start by talking about our collective why. We always want to start with the MCS vision, where every student graduates with the skills, knowledge, and character traits essential to thrive and contribute to society. So always keep that in mind when we're doing our PDs. And also, before we get into all the different tools, we want to kind of share a few best practices for using AI responsibly. Even though you may not be aware of it, you have all been interacting with AI one way or another. So we want to make sure that you do this with the best guidelines as possible, especially when using it with your students or creating lessons, things like that. So number one here on the list, we always want to check for bias and accuracy. AI might occasionally produce biased or incorrect content. Always double check before sharing with students or families. So always make sure that the facts, everything is correct before you actually share it. Don't just copy and paste as given by any AI tool that you're using. Always do your due diligence on that end. Then we want to do the 80-20 approach, where we use AI for the initial 80% of the work, but make sure to add your final touch. Review for bias and accuracy, and contextualize appropriately for the last 20. So again, it's kind of tied a little bit with the previous point. We do want to use AI to assist, to save time, to make our lives easier, but we cannot rely on it 100%. Just the same way we don't want our students to just copy and paste, we want to also kind of produce something that is meaningful and fit our students' needs. So this is where your 20% comes in. Your judgment does matter. Treat AI generated content as a starting point, not a final solution. So these are all kind of mixed in, right? Always adhere to your school's guidelines and your professional judgment. Know the limits. The AI's knowledge, depending on the tool, may only cover events up to 2021, so be aware of limits when dealing with more recent topics. So not all AI is, up to date with any current events or knowledge out there. So always be careful with what you ask of it, and be aware that it may not be the most current information. So always, again, check for bias, accuracy, judgment, all of that in there. And lastly, but very important, protect privacy. Do not include any personal student details like names or addresses. Note that we strive to promptly remove any accidentally submitted information. So on this note, when you enter any prompts into our AI's tools or any AI tools that you encounter out there that you use, don't enter student names, student ID numbers, addresses, any of that, because that data all gets stored and can be shared or used to give results to other people. So that is not going to be kept private to just your account, what you're doing. It's going to build onto that knowledge database and be shared with other people that may be searching for similar things. So on that note, we have additional guidelines, sorry. EdTech and educational experts urge caution on AI for student and staff privacy. So not only students, but also staff. Be very careful with any of that. Users need to have caution when they share in AI tool prompts or data they give the tools. Do not put in student or staff data, as these tools do store, share, and use the information. Potential for someone to search for student and staff information with their prompts with the tools. If a specific tool does not use it, they can and do share that information elsewhere with other vendors. So again, be very, very careful with what you ask the tool to do. All right, continuing with our webinar here, we have Alexandra to share about what Quizizz has to offer in the AI world. All right, Alex, we'll take it away.
Sounds good. I'm going to go ahead and share my screen here because I have some slides that I want to share, and I also want to show this in action. So the first AI tool that we're going to look at is AI within Quizizz. So Quizizz, as you guys know, is a quizzing platform that we have here at MCS. We have a district license, and part of our district license means we got access to Quizizz AI. So I have a quick video. Hopefully my sound should be sharing, so let me know if you can't see this. But I have a quick 1-minute video that just kind of summarizes Quizizz AI, and then we'll take a deeper dive look. So let's check it out. All right, so that's the quick video, and kind of what Quizizz does is they break their AI into 3 main components. So let's take a look at my next slide there. Here we go. So these are the 3 main components, and we're going to take a closer look at each of these here in just a moment. But within Quizizz AI, they have the option to create, enhance, and then analyze is on their roadmap. So with Create, you can create a quiz from virtually just about anything. You can make it from a text prompt, you can make it from an existing document, you can make it from a web link, a YouTube video, any of the docs already on your computer, including Word document, PowerPoint, PDF, any of that. You can throw that into Quizizz and have it make a quiz for you. This Create area is a good place to remember that 80-20 rule. Quizizz is going to do a great job of getting those questions created for you, but it is AI and it is, susceptible to fault. So this is a good opportunity for you to go through and just double check that all the questions and answers make sense. And we're going to take a look at creating here in just a moment. We'll see how easy it is. Additionally, with Quizizz AI, you can enhance anything that already exists. So any existing quiz that you already have in Quizizz, you can open that up, say enhance with AI, and then either choose a prompt or enhancement you want to use, and Quizizz is going to make that happen. And then we saw in the video there's also the option to analyze. This is still under development, but the idea with this is as your students take your quizzes, Quizizz is going to be able to look at their performance across all of the quizzes and identify weaknesses and strengths to help you understand where your students are going wrong and get them personalized content to get them up to level. So Analyze coming soon. It's not available, quite yet, but it is coming to school and district licenses. So once that tool is available, we will definitely have access to it. So what does creating look like? This is here just an animated GIF, kind of almost taken directly from the video there, but you can just very quickly generate quizzes content. So let's take a look here. I am signed into my quizzes account, and right away, as soon as I sign into quizzes, I have this new area called Create with AI. And you'll see I have a lot of options to just quickly create content. I can convert a YouTube link. I can import something from Google Slides or Docs. I can create with a prompt. I can upload a document. Or I can create a quiz with a web link as well. So I have a lot of different content here that I might want to do. So let's do a custom prompt. And we'll say create a quiz on all the EdTech tools that have AI functions built in. We'll see if it can do this. I might be asking quite a lot of it. We'll pick the appropriate grade level here. We'll give it about a 9th grade level. And then we can either have it automatically pick the number of questions, or we can pick 5, 8, 10, or 15 questions. Let's just do 5. And I just want to reiterate, even if you start with a prompt and you realize, okay, my prompt really isn't going to work, you can still upload an existing document or add a link from the web as well. All right, let's go ahead and generate those questions. And you'll notice here it says it can take up to a minute. Here it needs some clarification. So what AI functions does it want? So let's say machine learning algorithms. Add. And then we'll let it think about it. We'll try generating those questions one more time. And it is going to take a little bit of time. It's pretty quick considering it's scanning whatever content you've given it and it's generating questions. And it will tell you here the estimated amount of time. And you don't want to refresh this page. So we're just going to very quickly kind of wait. Hopefully it won't take too much longer here. Okay, while this is thinking, we'll come back. Oh, there we go. It's done. Okay, so there we go. It's created a 4-question quiz here on machine learning and EdTech. And we can just kind of quickly go through and see what the questions are. So the first question is, what is the purpose of machine learning algorithms and EdTech tools? Question 2 is, which EdTech tool uses machine learning algorithms to personalize learning for students? What machine learning algorithm is commonly used? And then how does AI help in improving student engagement? So with just that really, really basic prompt, it generated a pretty good quiz. So that's how you can start. And then you'll notice once you have a quiz created, whether or not you've created it with Quizzes AI, there is this option to make your quiz better. And that's where the enhancing comes in. So I can modify this quiz by fixing grammatical errors, replacing questions, adding similar questions, translating it. And you'll notice here for translate, there's just a few languages to start, but they're building out this list. I can differentiate this. So I can say, convert this to a real world scenario, reduce some options, add explanations, so that I can kind of add some scaffolds for my students who might need them. I can improve engagement by adding a theme, student names, making all questions fun. So there's some different ways to just very quickly enhance this. So let's do this, and let's say make all questions fun. So we're going to give it just a moment here to think of how it's going to make these very serious questions fun. And then it is going to sit and enhance those questions for us. And we'll see here that it's actually rewriting those questions as we speak. So it's the same answers. It just rewrote the questions in a way that was maybe a little bit more engaging. So question 1, instead of what is the purpose of machine learning algorithms and EdTech, it says Mason, Ethan, and Zoe are discussing the purpose of machine learning algorithms and EdTech tools. What do they conclude? So it's kind of making it a little bit more personalized. And if you had students, you could actually use those student names as well. So that is quizzes and AI. So just as a reminder here, we saw creating, And you can take whatever content you want and just have it easily create a quiz for you. And you also have the ability to enhance. And you can enhance existing quizzes by doing some of these different things here, including fixing grammatical errors, adding real world scenarios, which might be particularly helpful in math. Because I know students are always like, oh, when am I going to use this? Well, we use math all the time, right? Without even thinking about it. So having things become real world scenarios can really make that learning real for them. You can translate it very quickly into other languages to support some of your EL students. If you need to, pad out your quiz, add a few more questions, you can have it add similar questions, simplify the language if it's a little bit complex for some of your students, and change that voice and tone so that maybe it sounds more like Shakespeare. Before I finish up here with quizzes, I want to go over one more function in quizzes, and that is the Quizzes AI extension. And I just want to note that this is just for teacher use. This would not be for student use. So students would not be able to install this extension. But what this extension does is it allows you to turn any web page that you're on, anywhere on the web, into a quiz. So this is just a quick animated GIF that's going to show you here. Let's wait for the GIF to start over because it started in the middle. But let's say I'm on YouTube and I have this great educational video on different body parts and how they work. I can hit my little puzzle piece, click on that quizzes extension and say generate a quiz. And then just like we saw with me earlier, it's going to take just a moment and it's going to generate a quiz for you based on that content. So this is not something that's automatically installed for teachers. I just want to note that this is something that you would need to install yourself. And so I have some resources for you guys on the next slide here. But I just wanted to show you that extension can also be used to generate a quiz based on anything that you see on the internet, including videos, which I think is pretty incredible. So just to kind of round out here, I don't want to take too much more time, but I did link some resources for you guys. I've got, so when Angela sends this out or when I send this out tomorrow in the slide deck to you guys, there's some resources here, including Quizzes AI blog post and their support page, a link to steps on how to create quizzes with AI, a link here on the Chrome extension support page. And then I did link the terms of service just in case you're curious what data this is collecting. Because it's within quizzes, it is still student data privacy compliant. So that is a nice functionality of that. So you don't have to worry as much about it harvesting student data. I think it's still smart to use some of those best practices, but it is always good to review those terms of service just to make sure you understand exactly what data companies might be mining for their AI algorithms. And that is it for me. I will go ahead and turn it back over to, I believe, Angela for Edpuzzle.
Yep, that is me. Who's next? Who else is in awe? That was amazing. Like, I wasn't aware of the quizzes extension, so that's really, really neat to just create quizzes out of content that you find on the web. So that's pretty incredible and a game changer, I'd say. So if you are also amazed like I am, you can react to whatever we're showing with the little react button there. So you can send like hearts or thumbs up or whatever you feel like whenever whatever your mood is in that moment. So that's one way we can kind of see what your reaction is. All right, there they are. There they are. Cool. All right, so let me go ahead and share my screen again. Include computer sound. Yes, okay. Let me take this back over here. And speaking about videos and adding questions to it, this is a great segue for this topic, Edpuzzle AI. So in case you haven't used Edpuzzle already, Edpuzzle is a really great way to use all those videos, that media, those that educational content there that you are already using in your classroom and your lessons, and build questions in it and have those pausing moments where students will have to answer those questions and make sure that they watch them from the beginning till the end and understand the content. So we have a Schoology integration, so you can create Edpuzzle assignments And with the Teacher Assist in Edpuzzle, it's going to make your life a lot easier when creating these. So in Edpuzzle, we have two components as well, or not as well. We have two components for the AI piece. It's called Teacher Assist. And these are available in Schoology and through the Schoology integration or the app portal. So whichever way you access Edpuzzle, you're going to find this Teacher Assist when editing your Edpuzzle assignment. So there's two components here is the autograde. So I know a lot of us may opt to choose a multiple choice question just because it's so much easy to have the autograde feature and not have to go through hundreds of questions and kind of grade them yourselves. Well, Edpuzzle has incorporated this autograde piece to save you guys some time in doing that. So it will help you grade open-ended questions based on the ideal answer that you provide. We'll see a little bit more about this in a minute. And the second component is the question generator, which will scan your video and will generate questions for you. And you can set like, you know, what type of question, things like that, and go from there. You can edit them, everything you like in between. So I'm going to go ahead and switch to my Edpuzzle account. Let me go here. Here we go. So I'm just going to go to my Edpuzzle. Boop, and I'm just going to go into my YouTube library here, and I can go ahead and browse through any of these categories. I'm just going to go with TED Talks here, and I'm going to go ahead and pick a video. So I'm just going to select this one, and I'll go ahead and edit the video to start adding questions to it. And there it is. And when you're editing a video, you have a few options here. You can cut the video. So if you want to trim some parts that are not super, like you don't want them to go through, or you know that you don't want to make your videos too long for them to watch, so you can trim it. You can do that. You can add a voiceover. But here is the part that we're going to be talking about a little bit more, the questions. So in this area, you can go ahead and add your own multiple choice questions, your own open-ended questions, or even add a note to a specific part of the video. But here at the top, we see the Teacher Assist feature, where I can go ahead and click on to generate my questions. So I can select if I want my questions to be open-ended, or if I want them to be a multiple choice type of question, or both. So what Edpuzzle recommends or says about this both option is that when you select both, you may get a fewer amount of questions. So just be aware of that part. So I'll just go ahead and click on both. And then we got two questions and two open-ended questions. Okay, interesting. So here, the purple marks in the timeline shows where these questions were added. And if I click on each one of these, I can go ahead and edit them. So I can go ahead and click on this pencil and change the question, or I can go ahead and add some voiceover here. Because again, going back to the 80-20 rule, this is a teacher assist. It's not going to replace the teacher, so you have to go in through and see what's best for your students. Make sure that the questions that are added, you know, really aligns with the objectives or the goal that you want to get out of this video. So I can go ahead and edit any of these, and I can also add some more questions if I need to. So on the generator here, the question generator, it only works with videos that have no questions in them. So if I were to go and find a video that already has questions from your existing library and want to use this one, this option, it's not going to work. It's going to tell you that it can't generate any questions. So you're going to have to use this feature only in those videos that have 0 questions. Another thing to note on this question generator feature is that it works best with popular YouTube videos. So the more popular they are, the better results you'll get. So that's also something that you would have to keep in mind when using this particular one. On the auto grade, I'm just going to click finish here. On the auto grade feature, I'm just going to show you a video because I don't have an example to show you in my Edpuzzle, but I'm just going to play this quick segment of this video that talks about what it is, how it works. All right, so let me go ahead and do that.
We've been auto-grading multiple choice questions for you from the beginning. Now, we can do the same thing for open-ended questions, making grading a snap. Just add your ideal answer, and we'll compare it to your students' responses to suggest a grade, taking into account similar answers and slight variations. It couldn't be more convenient.
Exciting, right? Teacher Assist is coming to your account really soon, and we can...
Okay, that was short, but to the point, really. And again, it's going to suggest a grade. You can go in, review it, and change the grade if you feel necessary. And the ideal response that you put in there has to be kind of short and succinct, so it works best. That's how Edpuzzle indicates that you would get the best results out of this feature. All right, so let me head back to my PowerPoint. This is the video I have here, so you can rewatch it when you have this PowerPoint. And up next, we have Canva Magic. And I think that is you, my friend Brandon.
It is. Let me get myself ready. Hello, everyone. Let me get my desk up to where I need it to be. All right, so I'm going to show you Magic Studio. So I'm going to share my screen now. And what I'm going to do is just kind of jump straight in. So let me move that over here. To the things it can do, I'll show a quick little video, and then I'm just going to show you all of its features. There are entirely too many features and too many abilities at your fingertips using Canva Magic, so I will not be able to go through everything, and I should make sure I pay attention to time so I don't just kind of go off the rails. But there are a lot of cool things you can do with Canva Magic, and I hope that you all appreciate them. So let me make sure I have shared my audio, and we'll watch this short introductory video first, and then I'll just go straight into showing you the different things you can do with Canva Magic. All right, so that's a quick introduction. So you got a quick little taste of all the different things that it can do. Not even all, to be honest. There's more than this video showed. But I'm going to take us through some of the different things that I find very useful. So first, Magic Write. So one of the great things is if you log into Canva, so actually I want to take you through this first. You log into Canva, you're in your main page, just click Magic Studio. You immediately are taken to a page that will explain all the different tools and will give you the ability to try it out. So it teaches you how to use those tools if you click these different links here. But like I said, we'll start with Magic Write. I decided to have a theme, and the theme that I'm going with is Cowboy Caviar. I don't know why, but that's what I decided to go with. So we're going to start with a short essay about Cowboy Caviar. So I'm just going to say, write an essay about Trader Joe's Cowboy Caviar. And you can see it gives you I can click the button, or I can use Control-Enter to start generating my text. And as you all, you've seen it. These things take a little time sometimes. And there it is. There's my little essay about Cowboy Caviar. We'll read the first paragraph together. So Trader Joe's Cowboy Caviar is a delicious and healthy snack that has become a favorite among health-conscious foodies. This dish is a tasty combination of black beans, corn peppers, and onions that are seasoned with a blend of spices and lime juice. It is a perfect snack for anyone who loves the taste of fresh vegetables and wants to add some variety to their diet. Great. Wonderful. This whole essay is probably decent, but I don't think it's good enough. I want to continue using Magic Write. I could continue writing. I could highlight this entire thing and summarize it. I could just have it rewrite it if I didn't like that first output, but we're going to make it more fun. And what it does, it'll leave the initial paragraph there, and then it'll give you the new one. So now it's more fun. Yeehaw! Trader Joe's Cowboy Caviar is like a taste bud rodeo for health nuts and foodies alike, with a medley of black beans, corn peppers, and onions. So that's great. That's more fun. But I still want to make it even more interesting than that. So I'm going to click Magic Write. It can fix things like spelling as well. But I want to sprinkle some fairy dust on it. I had no idea what that meant until I used it, and now you're going to learn today as well. This is what happens when you sprinkle some fairy dust. Giddy up and hold... Oh my gosh. I think it's making me read. Giddy up and hold on tight for Trader Joe's Cowboy Caviar. For Trader Joe's Cowboy Caviar is a wild ride for aficionados of health and flavor. This tantalizing snack boasts a fusion of black beans, corn peppers, and onions. So you get the idea. Magic Write's really fun. All of these tools I'm going to show you, you're going to get the most out of it just by playing around. If you've even messed with any AI like image generators, which we are about to, you'll know it sometimes produces funny results. And this is a great example of that. So that's Magic Write if you're just using it alone. But it also exists in other places, like in your design. Try Magic Design. Let's see. So the first one I made was, this also shows that I'm a 90s kid. Keenan and Kel, I said I wanted a presentation about orange soda, like why Kel loves orange soda. But our theme is Trader Joe's Cowboy Caviar. So I just I enter, write a presentation about Trader Joe's Cowboy Caviar into the search bar. Apply all 7 pages. That's important. Like, you might get confused or a little like, well, why isn't it showing up? I want it to show up. You have to click apply. So make sure you apply those pages. And then it gives you a very short presentation about Cowboy Caviar. It's delicious. It has images, it's delicious. It has images. The text says Cowboy Caviar is a delicious and healthy dip made from black beans, corn, avocado, etc. The presentation has relevant images. As you can see, it looks like maybe some AI generated images and some basic information. This may not be the presentation you'd want to give right off the bat. You may want to edit it and make it better, but it does give you a starting point. And I think that's pretty neat. Some other things you can do with it. So that magic write still exists even as you're making a design. So if I wanted to sprinkle some fairy dust here, Cowboy Caviar is a tasty and versatile dish. Oh my goodness, it really added a lot. Behold the wondrous Cowboy Caviar. So I can do things like that. What else do we have? Image editing. So if you click into an image, you click edit photo. So let's see, we can use this one. You click edit photo and you get more Magic Studio options here. You can do things like to remove the background. See, it shouldn't take too long to do this. We'll see, since it's an AI generated image, it may be, no, it works perfectly. So you can remove the background. You can use Magic Eraser to erase certain elements from your picture. So maybe I don't want this line here. A moment to think. And so now my lime's gone. I didn't want limes in my Cowboy Caviar. Let's see. What else can we do? You can also, this is really interesting. So you can actually completely edit the image. Let me get this a certain size. So you can brush over the area you want to change, click continue, and then describe what you want to add or change. So you can add something or you can change it. So I want this to be pizza instead. So I can just say, make this into a pizza. I actually don't even need to do that. Click generate. And as you know, you're going to get some dead air as we wait for the AI to do its magic. If it takes too long, we'll move on, but hopefully it'll give us what we want pretty quickly. And as you can see over on the side, it gives you multiple multiple results. So if I don't like that pizza, I can choose a different one. You know, it may not work perfectly every time, but it is fun. Like I said, a lot of these tools that I'm going to show you, some of it is just for fun, right? It's just to play around. And it's a great way to teach students maybe in a fun way about the different uses of AI. We have more. There's also Magic Grab. So I'm going to show you how that works. Let's see. Magic Grab, let's pick a different picture. Let's do this one. Is similar to background remover, but instead of it removing the background, it's grabbing an object in the foreground. So I'm going to click Magic Grab. I should be able to get these objects. Give it some time to think. It's actually good that it gives me time to think because I can present very quickly, and this forces me to slow down while I wait for the AI to work. There, well, it added a person for some reason. Maybe there's a whole, well, this is probably a bigger image, that's why. But it knew that it was a bigger image and even found that additional piece of information, even though I didn't even see all of the information there. So there, that's me grabbing the foreground. You can put that back in there like that. I don't, there we go. Let's go back. We want the people. Now I went back to my orange soda. I don't know where my humans went. Be careful, because it may get rid of things you don't mean to get rid of. Let's see, what else can we do?
I think they went to eat the pizza.
Are you hiding it over here on this slide?
Yeah.
The pizza?
They're behind the pizza.
It's okay. The family was hungry. I understand. It's getting later in the day. There's more though. There is more. So there's this button here called Magic Switch. This is pretty neat. It can translate a document. It can transform it into a document. It can resize your document and multiple other features, but we're going to translate it. I want to translate my entire document, and we'll change it into, Oops, am I going too far down? Where's Spanish? There we go. Scene design without creating a copy. So what you could do is click this button, and then it would just translate your design. I'm not going to click that. I want my original design because I want an English version and a Spanish version. So I'll click Spanish. Shouldn't take too long. I can open my new presentation. So now I have both a Spanish version and an English version. And I see in the Q&A, the kids have all the same tools in Canva too. All the same tools. I don't think they have all of the same tools, but many of the same tools, definitely. And I'd have to do some research to figure out which tools students have. Let me write that on my board actually, versus staff. But there are slight differences between the student type account and the staff type account. Good question. All right, and then we have Magic Morph. The way that works is you can click on text is usually works the best. Yeah. To use your Magic Morph. So let's do that. Let's see, where is my morph function? You know what? If you ever forget, that's why I will say this is great, because it will always like, I know there's a Magic Morph thing. How do I use that? It's okay. I can reteach myself right now on the fly. So what you do here is select an element in your design. Oh, that's how we do it. All right. I want to use my design though, because I do want you to see it in real time, not just something with like training wheels. All right. So what you do is you click your design, and in this case, it is considered a separate application. So you go to apps here and then find Magic Morph. Click it, and I want this to now be, it has balloons, pumpkins, wood, but let's do something that it's not telling us. So let's change it to diamonds. Click Magic Morph. And now this text, what is Cowboy Caviar, should look like it's made out of diamonds, or it should give me some options here in these 4 boxes. Oh, yeah. All right, and it does keep your original copies. So there's one version. You can see the diamonds in certain letters are a little more apparent than others, but it is there. Oops, get rid of that one. Let's look at this one. Ooh, this one looks nice. So you see it essentially takes your object. It only works on shapes and text, I've noticed, but it does work for shapes and text, and changes it or morphs it into a different form for you. I think that was pretty neat. The other things you can do are text to image. It has text to image capabilities. So those of you out here who've heard of things like DALL-E, first of all, DALL-E does exist inside of Canva. So you can use DALL-E, but you can also just, you don't have to. You can also just generate your own image using Canva's AI image generator as well. Generate your own. I want that Cowboy Caviar, right? So I'm going to type in a horse eating Cowboy Caviar. I'm going to create my image now. There's a lot of my presentations limitations, just how long it takes it to generate certain things. And there we go. There we go. Look at that hungry guy eating his Cowboy Caviar. I like that way better than the original photo. So again, it has a lot of funny uses. And last but not least, you can actually make videos. Oh, it is not available for your country or account type. That's not what you said before. Let's go here. Text to video. Oh, not text to video. I want to do a different way. I was able, there we go, Magic Design for video. I'm pretty sure it can let me do it. Okay, yeah, here we go. So go to the homepage, go to the Magic Studio homepage and find that. Because apparently if you try to do it the way I was doing it, it's not gonna let you. But you can do this. So I'm gonna try Magic Design for video. It'll ask you to choose photos. So I'm gonna choose the horse eating Cowboy Caviar. think these are some AI generated images I made before this. This is a car running into purses, a unicorn eating pizza. Pizza's on my brain, clearly. Soup, that's supposed to be a portal to a different dimension, and just another AI generated photo of people sitting around a boardroom. And what you do is say you click the images, and then you tell Canva the type of video you want to create. So I want to say, create a video about what life could be like on another planet. And it will create a very short video that I'm going to play for you now. All right, so let's watch our video. Let's do it like this. Here we go. Yeah, mythical creatures. That's what it says. I didn't add the Modesto City Schools logo. All right, well, be careful. I don't want anyone to think that that was sponsored by Modesto City Schools. But maybe because I'm using the Monet, my district email, it just kind of always adds that at the end. But I don't want to take up too much more of the time since we are running out of it. But those are the different features that you can use within Canva. There are so many other things. This is just the tip of the iceberg. Magic Animate, text to video. I haven't tried that yet. Magic Edits. I think you saw in the video they kind of colored the woman's top and it turned into a blazer because they wanted to look professional. So there are a million things, or not a million, but so many things you can do with Canva Magic. I hope you have fun using it, and I hope you have a wonderful rest of your afternoon. Up next, I think we have Magic School.
He's back.
Can you hear me
Hey.
now?
Yeah.
There we go.
All right. Well, team, I have an AI joke for you.
All
Are
right.
you ready? Are you ready, Brandon?
I was born ready.
Okay. Why did the AI teacher always wear headphones in the classroom?
Why did he do that?
Because it wanted to stay in tune with its students' needs.
Ba-dum.
All right. And that's why they put me at the end. All right, so we're going to go over a really nifty tool called Magic School. Once in a while, I get impressed with the EdTech tool, and this is a tool that definitely impressed me. It's called Magic School, so I'd like to showcase it for you today. So all our fellow teachers at Modesto City Schools, something exciting got announced last week in eNews. And that is that AI has been unblocked for teachers and staff. It is still blocked for students, but we have an AI tools folder now in the MCS app portal. So if you go to the MCS app portal, if you search AI in the search, you'll find the folder. The folder's right there in the MCS app portal for you. And these are the selected tools that have been unblocked. And there's ChatGPT, Claude, Google Bard, Magic School, and Microsoft Chat. All of these are the free versions of the tools that are unblocked. And the one that I want to show you is Magic School. So all of these have you put in the prompt, gives you some good information back. But Magic School, this I really like because it has helpful widgets for us as educators for the tasks that we will be doing, how we would use AI. So Magic School, I think of it as all of those other AI tools. Behind the scenes, it's using a lot of them, but it puts in a really organized way for tasks that I would do as a teacher and help me out. So we're going to go live here in a moment. When you do click on Magic School, You can sign in with the Google sign in button. So you can use your district email address. Just click that sign in with Google or create an account with Google and you're up and running. There's going to be a couple areas I want to showcase once I go live. And the biggest part is at the very top. There's searching for tools, and then there's also these program categories that will filter these different widgets for you, which will be really neat. The other thing, if you find some of the widgets that you really like, put a star in them and they stay towards the top of the dashboard, so it's easy to get to the next time. So with further ado, let me go live. Can you see my Magic School screen? Is it popping up for you? Showing it?
Yep.
Okay, cool. So this is Magic School right here. So at the top, there's the different categories that you can go. So some teachers, you had report card comments that you had to do the other week. For elementary, there's a report card comments generator. Maybe you're looking to do a choice board, or maybe you're doing a rubric. This has a lot of different tools that can help you out. So if I click at the top, I can click on these categories, and they'll help kind of organize the widgets under that category. So maybe it's content, and there's a rubric generator. Let me click on it. So then it's going to ask you different questions here: the grade level, your standard or objective, your assignment title, assignment description, your point scale that you want to use, any additional details. But one thing I really like about Magic School is right here, this pink button in every single widget. If you just click that, it will load up an example for you to see how to use these different tools and the different prompts. So here for this example, I put in 8th grade. It gave me an ELA standard, and it gave me a 5-point scale. And here's the rubric right here. Very, very cool tools right here in every single widget is you can shorten it, and it will shorten it up, make it a little bit more concise. You can translate it. You can also ask it questions or give it more details or interact with it to revise that rubric, which is pretty neat. If you like what you have, you can click this copy button, and you can copy it and put that in Schoology. You can put that in a Google Doc or a Google Slide, wherever you want to showcase that rubric. So it's very mobile in that way. The other thing that you have is on the left-hand side, you have your magic tools to get back to the grid. A lot of great examples. I know you're going to want to get in here and jump in and look at the different widgets. There's a lot of great things in here. On the left-hand side, you also have an AI chatbot, kind of like what we saw with ChatGPT. You can just ask it questions. So right before I jumped in, I asked Rihanna, their chatbot, create a joke for me to share with educators about AI. And that was the joke that you heard. Also, when you don't have our fabulous IETS EdTech team, you can get a tour. So you click here, it gives you a little tour, walks you around the different Magic School tool. So Magic School is a really great, useful AI for teachers that's unblocked for us, and it's in our MCS app portal. Thank you, everybody, and that was Magic School.
Awesome, awesome. Well, I got 3 things for you, Matthew.
All right.
1, Rihanna is not the best at jokes. Not good sense of humor there.
Man.
Best of dad jokes.
I'll have to learn my prompt. I'll have to learn my prompt engineering.
Yeah,
engineering my prompts better.
Gotta feed it some sense of humor there. Number 2, I guess everyone tuned out the first time you showed the rubric generator. Everyone's like already playing with it. In my opinion, already like, what is this? And the third one, does it have a tile to order my coffee? Because that's the only thing it's gonna make my life complete, right? And the way I like it, right? Because it's gonna learn what my taste is and everything, and add some fairy dust to it.
So one of the widgets, all of those things. But one of the widgets I did not show, they have a widget for creating an AI resistant assignment.
Oh, there you go.
Watch out.
That's the
Watch
game
out.
changer. Yeah,
Watch out.
pretty impressive. Yeah, super cool, super cool. All right, guys. So let me go ahead and share back. Thank you so much, team, for sharing all the amazing tools that we have available. I know AI snuck in through the back door of our classrooms, and they're chiming in on our assessments, participating in homework. So we want to also kind of use this to help our students use AI in a responsible way, be responsible online, and all that great stuff that we need to kind of foresee. So for that, we have a few resources created for you, a few links here in this slide that will take you to our website with information about AI. We have K-12 classroom resources, digital citizen, if I could say that right, AI digital citizenship lessons for our students, grades 6 through 12, and our current status of AI at MCS. So you can visit those websites to learn more about AI at MCS. And, didn't mean to do that, but this is a peek of what you have there for that website. Very comprehensive with all the resources we shared. And lastly, we want to thank you for joining us in this webinar, learning about AI, being more, familiar with the tools and learning about them.